This is where it all began, guys. 10 years ago. 10 years ago I was here. I walked through the city to get to my job in Berwijk Schiphol Airport. I was working with a bunch of criminals, working hard construction labour work for 16 months. Hey guys, welcome back to another day in our adventure. So we're here around Holland now, in short layover. See from Amsterdam, it's really beautiful, really peaceful. This is where everything started, where I, 10 years ago, 2013, I was working construction work for like 16 months. Well, 2012 to 2013. Trying to achieve my dreams of, my romantic dreams of chasing down Daisy. Trying to be a romantic, working really hard when I was doing construction work. But now I'm here just as back to enjoy it, just because I never got a chance to experience Amsterdam. I was only passing through a few times, and I didn't like it at first when I first arrived because I thought it was, I could smell the weed in the air, and the weed was everywhere. You know, you walk to a station, you walked anywhere down the city, people were always smoking weed, and the second smoke really gets into my system really easily. So it felt like I wanted to sleep and eat all the time, which, you know, I can't afford to do. Especially even back then when I was just working all the time. So I had to be at work at 3 AM every morning for 17-hour shifts. I just found a picture just fell on me. So yeah, but now I'm here back to just enjoy it. Enjoy the good times. It's the first time I've ever enjoyed myself, you know, just relaxing, just enjoying a place that's peaceful rather than being stressed out about making videos and stuff. I thought I'd give it a break because I relapsed last night for the first time in ages, so don't feel too good about myself about that. So now I'm just relaxing because America was a bit intense, you know, Brazil's a bit intense, so it's good to be back in Europe and just chill out. So later guys, and just enjoy the leisure. Yeah, this is it guys. It's a red light district, you just turn down the street there and it's there. I think you have the main station where we just were before, and you turn left, and it's just, you turn left 2 more avenues, and it's just that avenue down there after the main station. So the main station where we were before is just 1 avenue that way, and you turn left and you come to here. And they have a church nearby, which is strange. I think it's a massive cathedral just behind these buildings. But yeah, I remember seeing this when I was 10 years ago and just thinking it's like a dreamland. The way you have the water just right here, like no pavement or anything, you can literally just walk outside and go in the water. I've been in South America for 3 years. This is the first time I've been surrounded by Europeans in so long. Like it just feels weird. It feels weird for me to not stand out for the first time in 5 years. I mean, in America I kind of stand out as well because they notice my British accent whenever I talk. But this is great to. It's very chill. It feels a lot of chill because not stand out because you get eyes on you all the time. You get Brazilians or whatever, or wherever you are around South America, Paraguayans. Like I was there last Paraguayans trying to pick you out or trying to, you know, bribe you or something, or, you know, hate you just for being white. But here it's just very chill to be around my own kind again. So yeah, I went down here to the I think it's that street there. That street there was the next one. I went on there to red light district at night time, and I promised myself I wasn't going to do it, but I was just so tempted because every time I'm still fit now, but I think I was a lot fitter because I had this glow about me because I was preparing myself for Daisy. I was doing NoFap seriously. I went 40 days by masturbating, and I was exercising every single day. I was pushing myself to all limits, and I think obviously there for money. I was deluded by all the smoke and mirrors by girls because I was naive because I went to an all-boys school as well, so I was a late bloomer, and yeah. When I saw the girls in bikinis, you know, and they were saying, come here, and they were whistling at me and everything. And this was before social media as well. This was like 2013, before Instagram and everything took over. So this is before girls could get money from very easily online. Now girls can get very easily money for nothing online. So I don't think there's going to be any hot girls at all. But 2012, 2011, 2013, when I was working here, there was lots of hot girls there. Like I always passed the window. And really voluptuous, nice boobs, nice everything. And you see a girl out in bikini, you know, or in lingerie, just begging you to come in. She's like, oh, begging, come here. She used to sit down the street and say, come here. So yeah, so I went for it, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. But then I realised it was all a bribe. You know, they order you about, they say, do this, do that, sit down, you know, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to do anything. So basically just lay there and they just want you to come as fast as you can and just... I had my friend who I worked with at the construction store. Yeah, it's a really good shot, mate. Yeah. Really good. Yeah, anyways, and I was, see, everyone's really friendly. Yeah, but yeah, I was just, yeah, it's just like being like a robot, really. And but yeah, I was working here for 16 months 10 years ago, and my mate came here. Well, he had an experience, so he said he used it. He said he used the red light district. He said he got bribed. He said she robbed all the money off it, all his £100 off him or something. That's what he said. So that's what made up my idea never to use it. But he was like a Chinese or something. He was pretty naive. He was pretty naive as well. So he went and he said, "Oh, I went," but he took his wallet in and she ended up robbing his wallet and just throwing him out. So I don't want that happening to me because I've got some valuable stuff in me. And yeah, so yeah. But yeah, and anyways. But yeah, I used it and I just felt hollow afterwards. Because it wasn't even that nice, actually. Just lay there, you're not allowed to do anything, you're not allowed to grab, you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to do anything. I think, yeah, the one that I did, she had like some rules and stuff. But I had only one almost good experience. I did it twice, and it's like a voluptuous girl, and I was allowed to do more stuff with her. She was much more fitter, much more up for it. She was slim and healthy. She looked really slim, because I'm into slim girls. You could pick her up and throw her around and that kind of stuff. But obviously, you know, I had to do that rough, you know, in there. But yeah, I wouldn't call it a good experience because still afterwards, I always regretted it. Every time I left, I just wish I didn't do it. I wish I wasn't deluded by the lights and the filters and the smoke and mirrors that girls do, you know, because they all do that to funny. You know, they all, oh, come here, they know how to be sexy, they know how to lure you in. Then once they lure you in, I think most people, they act like a robot, you know, say do this, do that, they boss you around and they just want your money off you, so you be careful even if you do like a stud, you know. But I felt empty afterwards. I went to the first time I ever just went to a local bar or something and just collapsed at the local bar and just ate some food and just I felt suicidal. I just felt empty at the time. I think that's when I made a promise myself to do semen retention, take it up a level, do monk mode. I mean, yeah, I was lovely days at the time, you know. I don't say in love, but, you know, I was deluded by everything, so. Deluded by the smokes and mirrors. She was the only Brazilian I knew. I didn't experience the world. But I made a promise myself and I did it. I even passed here like a Gangs of New York style, and I threw my Portuguese book in the my Portuguese learning book into the river like Leonardo DiCaprio was in the beginning of Gangs of New York. Because it felt like I was in a movie, you know. It felt like I was in a movie 10 years ago when I was it was really, yeah, I had to do it perfectly. I had to push myself and do everything absolutely perfect because I knew it was like a once in a lifetime experience, but I was deluded at the time. Now I've learned much more, experienced much more, so it's here now seeing where one of the things that made me, even the construction work I was doing, the labour work was really, how do you say, really tough. Like my hands were bleeding, my feet were bleeding. Like I said, they wanted me to quit because I was the only English person there, and they hated me. They were really jealous of me, and they just wanted me to quit all the time. So I had death threats. I had people literally almost killing me. And other English people, they stayed for like 2 weeks and left because they, you know, had death threats and they couldn't stand it. But once I made a promise myself, I got too headstrong. But when it changed me, it really toughened me up. It really, when I went back to England, I couldn't settle in England because I became like one of these Polish warriors. My Polish brothers that were there who were like in the army. So yeah, they were really tough and built and all criminals. And I realised then once I pushed myself through all those limitations physically, pushed myself through those limitations, I realised I could take anything and everything. So that was I couldn't go back to just living in England, you know, living, getting married and that kind of stuff, because I realised my potential and I always wanted to push myself beyond all limits then. But that was a big turning point. Do what you didn't do if you didn't have that six pack, you know. It's all about you know, because now I have a strong pull, I feel like I can, you know, puff